everyone. Hope everyone is doing great tonight. I'm doing this a little bit different, so I hope that I can make this work. Hello, Jennifer. Hey, Ryan. I don't expect you to stay on here, probably. That's okay. So tonight, I am going to turn the volume down on this so that we're not getting any feedback. All right, there we go. Can y'all hear me, I wonder? So tonight we're going to make a door tag is what we're going to make, or an ornamental tag, or whatever you want to call it. Wanted to remind you that we do have this coming up soon, the Joyful Chalk Shop that we're going to get to do, and we can get you signed up to do this. We're also going to be doing another pumpkin chalk shop, as well as a Christmas tree chalk shop. So I'm super excited about that. Y'all can go into my website, www.talkingwithchalk.com, and sign up for that. You can also see some of my finished product and get that stuff ordered. If you order anything, if you see something on there that you like but it doesn't exactly fit what you want, let me know, and I can customize whatever you want to do. Another couple of workshops that I've got coming up, I don't have them scheduled yet, but I've got these ornaments that they're wood ornaments, and got all kinds of different designs that you can put on there. So we may have an ornament workshop if anybody's interested in that. Hey, David. And then we also have these cute little Christmas gift tags, and fun little things, do not open, to and from, and just all kinds of decorative things. So we can do a workshop on those as well. And if we do a workshop on those, we can do a one-on-one workshop, or you can invite some friends over and do a workshop. I can come to you, you can come to me, whatever works for you. We'll get that going and make some adorable little Christmas tags. And you can use those for decorations. You can also use it as garland, which I don't know if y'all have seen my garland that I made, but that actually sold today, so I'm super excited to get that delivered tomorrow. On the pillar, you can do joyful, or you can do merry and bright. And then the other something that you might be interested in doing is, excuse me, sorry about that, is Too Cold to Care, which I'm going to make tags, a door tag with this as well. Not tonight, but that's one of the things I'm going to do. Another session I would like to do is this. It's one child, one star, one night. And my hope is to be able to get a nice star cut out and be able to put that on there, because I just love that. I think that's very sweet for the Christmas season. So, all right, y'all, I finally broke down and I ordered our fuzzing cloth through Chalk Couture, and y'all get to see me open it and use it for the first time tonight. So I'm excited because I've heard that they are just the most amazing thing to use to fuzz your transfers with, and I will tell you, it definitely is, it's not going to hurt him. It definitely is a different, much better quality than what I've been using, because I've been using the dollar store stuff. But that's okay. Sometimes you have to work with what you got, all right? Okay, so I'm going to do this fall deal here. A fall look. This transfer is called the Woven Plaid, and I've not used it yet. This will be my first time, but I just think it's going to make a precious door tag. So I'm going to use orange because it's going to be for the fall. I'm going to do give thanks. And I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do garden herb. I think those two colors look kind of cool together. What do y'all think? And then, let me get my other stuff out over here. I thought I was a little bit more prepared than what I'm ending up being, but that's okay. I'll get to kind of see exactly what all goes on and goes behind the scenes and getting all of this set up and ready to go. Actually, I probably need to move that. Alright, so these little boards here I have already waxed and dog-eared, and I'm probably going to go back and put a little bit of stain on the corners here so that, I don't know if you can see that, so that you don't see that rough edge, but I'll do that another time. Okay, so can y'all hear my kitty cats being noisy? I'm going to make sure I've got the right side on these. I did wax both sides, but anyway. Alright. Hey Donnie and Kim and Tina and Jamie and Faith. Faith, are you seeing this? This is something else we can do. Faith is having a party for me in a couple of weeks. Next week. I'm super stoked about it. She's got a lot of lovely ladies that are going to be coming to join. Alright. And we have to write on the back of this so we know what side is the back. So, can you see back here, there is that gray mat. Is it right there? Standing up. Yes. All right. I'm going to use this so that my stuff doesn't stick to my tablecloth here. All right, so we're going to peel this up. And I'm going to attempt to not get this whole transfer dirty. And the reason is because it's so big and they're hard to clean whenever they're this big. Hard to clean, they're just not as easy to clean as some of the other ones. So, alright, we're going to fuzz it. We're going to fuzz it real good because it's not a chalk couture product that we're putting it on, for one thing. It's wood, and you want that wood, you don't want it to pick up the pieces of the wood and mess up your transfer, okay? So, here we go. And I'm going to leave my backer on here also just to kind of help. And I'm going to use this mat to try to help keep it straight also. Can y'all see those little fuzzies on there? That's from me fuzzing it. And that's okay. Because with chalk couture, you don't want it, I don't anyway, I don't want it exactly perfect. I want it to have some character to it and have a little bit of kind of roughness, if you will. Alright, so we're going to break out this orange peel. I'm going to use my big squeegee and make sure I don't have any bubbles in there. Jason, are you watching? Oh, Jasmine, hey honey, how are you? Hey Nelda, Angela. I saw your little episode about your baby today. Welcome to motherhood at its finest, am I right? You handled it with grace, I'm sure, because that's how you handle things. Can you hand that to me, please? Because I'm struggling. You see me almost fall off? All right. I'm really not talking to myself. I do have somebody here. My handy dandy helper, amongst other things. Okay, so here we go. I'll put some chalk on here. Can you turn that fan down, please, sir? I don't want it turned off. I just need it down so it doesn't draw the chalk out. We're going to drag this down. way to the end here. Hey, Shannon. If y'all would share this and like it, and let's get this product out there. Let's get people to see this stuff. I am thinking that I may do a guest hostess with this, or host. And if I do that, then somebody could likely win this little gadget or something similar if we do that. So like it and share it. Y'all can like my Facebook page, Talking with Chalk. Talking with Chalk. Instagram, Talking with Chalk 2019. My website is www.talkingwithchalk.com. That's where you can go in and sign up for classes and chalk shops and things like that. All right, so we've got this on here. Shannon, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you doing? All right, so we're going to pull this little guy up and look at that. Okay, now I'm going to hand it off to get washed, and while it's getting washed, we're going to dry it. Hopefully without making too big of a mess. I've got my hot glue gun on over here because we're going to use that in a little bit. So we're going to dry this. Hey, Tina. Do you need help with that? If you need to do it in the sink, you can. Huh?
Okay.
You sure? If you... Okay, hang on a second, guys. Okay, stop. Okay. Let me help get this cleaned real quick because it's a two-person job here. Hang on. Let's just go. Because of the size of it, it makes it kind of difficult to maneuver, like I said earlier. Uh-oh. And I'm making a mess because, you know, why not? All right. So, let me squeeze back over here and knock all kinds of stuff down again, because, you know, again, why not? Sure. Because that's what we do. Have to be set up kind of in the corner to be out of the way and be able to still do it and see it and all that kinds of fun stuff, okay? So I'm going to go back and dry this a little bit more. And while we're waiting on the transfer to get where it needs to be, because it's going to have to be dry and all that sort of stuff, which it won't take long to do, I'm going to go ahead and do this little transfer on the other board here. Okay, so we're going to fuzz it, and this one has been used before, so you don't have to fuzz it as much. I'm going to bring this down kind of on the edge because we're going to put some ribbon and stuff up here, and I kind of want that to be free. I'm going to use on this one this beautiful shimmery copper color. I'm going to use that on the Give Thanks just because I love it. Is it going to be too dark, you think? No. Somebody says it's going to be too dark. And I think you might be right. So, I'm going to put white behind it. And then I'll go back in with that. I forget this is a dark wood that we're working with. And of course, you want to make sure your chalk is the right consistency. Is that Stacy or is that Justin? Which one of y'all is on here? Hello? To one or both of you? Alright, so I'm going to do white real fast on the gift, only on the gift things. That's all I'm going to do it on. And I've told y'all before, I kind of quit talking whenever I do this because I often have my tongue stuck out because I'm concentrating. So it's one reason why I choose for y'all not to actually be able to see me. Alright, I'm going to scrape this off. It is water, Shannon. It's actually distilled water that you put in there, and it just takes a tiny bit and it'll change the consistency pretty quickly. But the distilled water helps it from getting icky or have any yucky stuff grow in there or whatever, you know, because Altus water is not the best always. Alright, so I'm going to pull that up and set that aside, wait for that to get washed, and I'm going to go ahead and dry this just a little bit, so that whenever I go back with the copper, you'll be able to see it better. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and pick this back up and lay it back down on there and put the pumpkin on it real fast, just so that I have an extra step done, and then I'll do the green whenever I go back with that. Okay. Here we go again. I need to find some nice, easy listening music to play while I'm doing this, because it's hard for me to carry on a conversation with myself sometimes, which is funny because I talk to myself all the time. Alright. Can you clean this one for me, babe? Thank you. Okay, so we're going to let this dry. Help it to dry a little bit. Shannon, you and your girls would have a blast doing this. Alright. Where did my green go? There it is. Right in front of my face. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside so that I can do the green on here again. Not again, the first time. Here in just a moment, we'll be able to get that done. Move this little guy over here. Shannon, I don't know if you can see this. See how thick that is? I can't do anything with that. So that's when you come back with your water, a couple of squirts, and you give it a good stir about. Get those corners out so that you can really get it good and stirred up and be able to use as much of this as you can. Just dropped a little fuzzy in there from the side of the deal. I'll get that out of there. Oh, that was more than the fuzzy. Okay. Get this stirred up. How's that grandbaby, Shannon? I saw the girls the other day at Walmart. Kendall and I did, but she didn't have her baby with her. He's growing though. I've seen pictures of him. And that's okay. Grandma would let him, right? Actually, I've had some little kids chalk, and with help, he probably could do it. But we can have it places where Aiden wouldn't feel so much like he needed to help also, if you and the girls are interested in doing something. All right, that's much better. Okay, so can I have the woven clad, please, sir? You will already be 2. That's insane. That's crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, so we're we're going to fuzz it again. Let's put the deal back under it, please. Okay, that's fine. All right. Maybe it's fine. I don't know. Hang on a second. No, I'm going to have to go back a little bit. That's okay. I'll do it this way. No, I was right. No, yeah. Oh man, this is confusing me. Okay, pull it that way a little bit. Okay. Now we're going to fuzz it. And you could, if you wanted to, cut this into smaller pieces so that it's not quite so cumbersome. But I don't want to do that at this point in time. If I had another one, then I would do it. I'd be like, oh, I'll just cut it. But I don't have another one, and I'm not ready to do that just yet. To this little guy, because I just got it in. This is my first project with it. I'm going to pull this over to the side just because I can. Can y'all still see that? Yeah, you can. Okay. All right. So we're going to get it on here. And be sure we've got it good and flat. No bubbles in there. And now we're going to go with this green. Okay. Get it real good. We want to be sure we don't have any lines in it when we pull it up, so that means we don't want to be able to, we don't want to see any lines in it as we pull this through either. See, I told you I wasn't good at talking and working. My boss would probably disagree. She can't get me to shut up most of the time. But I'm not completely talking to myself there. I think she listens to me. She might not. Hey, Cheryl. And Karen and Mandy and Brant. Huh. It's interesting. So we'll get all of that pulled down. And here we go again. Pulling it up. Oh my goodness, y'all. Would you look at that? Can y'all see that? I love it. Okay, I got a splinter in my finger. It's okay. All right, you can take that if you want to just lay it. Want me to hold that? Oh goodness. Something's going on outside. It wasn't me this time, y'all. It scared me though. All right. Uh-oh, that thing is just going to slide all the way around. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our give thanks. And let me grab that transfer real fast. Oh, it's coming to me. It just grew legs, y'all. Thank you, sir. Okay. Oh, my dog just hit his head trying to get in my lap. Silly dog. What are you doing? You can't help me with this. All right, I'm just drying this off real good, y'all. Okay, I'm going to put it back on here. And I'm going to use that same green on here for the leaves and this vine, as well as the stem, okay? So I'm going to push those down, and I'm going to do that before I do the copper, and I'll show you why. Because as I do this, I'm going to kind of throw this down real fast. and then I'm going to lift it. And the reason I'm lifting it is because it's going to take a second to get the other done, and that way it won't dry and lift, okay? So then I'm just going to lay it right back down, but I'm not pressing it down. Just laying it down. All right, here we go with this. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull it up just a tiny bit. And then I'm going to lay it right back down. How is Brant doing? Cheryl, I think you and Cody would have a great time doing this as well. Or you can just order some more stuff from me. I can make you some t-shirts. I've got some cute ideas for some holiday shirts. Alright, so now we're going to go back over this. And I'm going to do this kind of light because, like my handy dandy assistant said, it's probably a little bit dark to be on top of this darker wood. So I want you to be able to see it. Because what's the point, right, if you can't see it? Alright. My girls were here, they could serenade us, they could sing, but they're not here. My boy could do it too, actually. Okay, so we've got that, and we're going to pull this up. And looky there, that, guys, is pretty stinking cute. Okay, so remember, I'm going to go back and cover these little edges here, but this is kind of the gist of it, okay? You'll see that. So now what we're going to do is we are going to put some ribbon on here to make it more decorative, because you know that's what we want, right? Hey, buddy, get down. No, sir. Honey, can you take this for me? I'm very crafty. I'm what they call artsy-fartsy, right? Cheryl, I'm glad you loved your shirt. We need to make some more. All right, so I'm just gathering some ribbon, because, you know, the girl's got to have her ribbon. And I'm going to use a technique that a fellow chalker showed us to make some ribbon. So, Sage Roberts, I hope that I do you justice on this. If I didn't, I will recant and say I just did this on my own. But I'm confident that you are an excellent teacher and this is going to be perfect. All right. Let's make it a little bit bigger. We're probably going to make a couple of bows just to be able to make that full and beautiful and wonderful. Okay, so hang on a second. I'm thinking, y'all. I think that one's there. That's the one I probably want. Get those out for me. I'm not nearly as talented with one hand as I am with two hands. So I'm going to get some wire here. How many people does it take to cut a piece of wire? Several, apparently. Alright, so we're going to get this on there like that. That's right, Brent, get it right. Get it right. let's add some of this ribbon because I like it. Gonna put a little angle in that. And I'm gonna put one in this side. Now guys, remember I said y'all can customize these little guys. So I've got some that I'm going to be making some initials on. So like a monogram kind of type thing for some Christmas gifts that I've already got in mind for some of my family. Hey Amber, hey Ron. All right, so let's get this pulled down here. And add that little guy right there. I feel like I'm shaking, but I'm not. That's weird. Okay, so we've got that. And let's see, what else do we want to add to this little dude? How about some yellow or orange? Yellow. Let's do some yellow. Actually, you might do some of both. Maria! How are you doing? Have you been spending all your time with the baby? That's the most precious baby I've seen since the last most precious baby I've saw. Boy, that was good English. I know my teachers are proud. Okay. So we're just going to add this in here for a little bit of depth and color.
Covering up all of it.
That's okay. I will adjust it as I get done with it. And then I don't know if this is going to be. It's going to be too thick. Is my jute in here? Nope, it's not. I don't know where it is. All right. Well, when I can find my jute, I will make it where this can hang. But anyway, you're gonna arrange it so that you can see your verbiage here. And if you think that those are too long, then you definitely could cut them off a little bit. And there, my dudes, is the finished project. Well, almost finished. Oh, you know what else we can do? Hang on a second. I thought we were done. But I've decided to add some more fun stuff to the top of this. Because, you know, why not, right? Why not dig into that artsy-fartsy stuff? What'd you do with those clippers, baby? Some pine cones and some acorns. those in there. And if I knew where my jute was, I would get this where it can be hung up, but I can't find it currently, so I will have to get it actually physically put together for y'all and hung up on my door, and then y'all can see it that way. But this will be available on my website for sale at www.talkingwithchalk.com. Of course, you can find me here. You can send me messages through Messenger or whatever. Thank you, Cheryl. Like I said, I'm going to make a couple that do have with the monogram on there. And anyway, this is our chalk door tags, and let me know if y'all are interested in a party or some product or whatever you'd like to do. Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a good and safe night.